Never before have we faced a challenge that brings the potential for ending human civilization as we know it.
Former Vice President Al Gore, quote, "The vast majority of scientists agree that global warming is real," close quote. Now let me quote you again, President Vaclav Klaus, quote, "Global warming is a myth, and every serious person and scientist says so." What do you know that Al Gore doesn't?
I don't know what he knows. I don't believe that he is that much interested either in science or in economics of global warming, politics, and so on. He is interested, as a typical politician, he simply understood that the idea of global warming is an excellent political idea. When someone fights climate, he looks very unegoistic, very altruistic, forward-looking. If the politicians have been searching for such a beautiful idea for decades, and they finally found that idea. So this is a cheap argumentation. This is great. You promise something to cut down the CO2 emissions in the year 2050 by first 20%, 30%, 50%, 80%. Now I heard 120%. You know, and the same politicians are saying it in a couple of years. It's so easy to know that you have 4 years term, which terminates in the year 2010, and you promise to do something in the year 2060, 2080. That's absolutely great. You will not be taken responsible. Nobody would control, nobody would remember. I remember G8 meeting in Germany, northern Germany, some 2 years ago, and they made the promise, 8 leaders made the promise to cut emissions by 50%. Now it's a lost idea, 50. Now everyone wants more. 50% till the year 2050. Out of those 8 politicians, 3 lost their office in 2 weeks' time. Again, it's so easy to make such promises. They will not...
Communism in the old days, global warming today. Here's the question. Is there some deep, permanent, statist temptation in Western culture?
Well, I wouldn't...
Are they related, or is that unfair?
Well, no. I would qualify the question a little bit. You can't compare communism with global warming. You must compare communism with the ideology of environmentalism or the ideology of global warming alarmism. That's a difference. All right. Global warming is not a reality.
It's objectively verifiable.
It is verifiable issue. It's difficult to verify. Nevertheless, it's another issue. So we are talking about 2 ideologies, and in this respect, they are structurally very similar. They are against individual freedom. They are in favor of centralistic masterminding of our fates. They are both very similar in telling us what to do, how to live, how to behave, what to eat, how to travel, what we can do and what we cannot do, and so on. There is a huge similarity in this respect, but the similarity of ideologies, not similarity of whether there is some warming or not.